Hello, my dear friends. I'm so excited to be setting up my new planner for fall. So I'm in a Happy Planner size, but I'm not actually using any Happy Planner things. So I guess you could call it a 9-disc system. And I used to almost exclusively use A5s, and I have been using Happy Planner size, classic size all year this year, and I love it. Right now I have this gorgeous Notiq in this lavish purple color, and it's lovely. I have really loved it. However, it's more spring summer vibes to me, and I'm really looking forward to some fall vibes. So we are moving into this brand new one that I just purchased, which is called the Mask Croco. So we're gonna do a process video instead of a voiceover today. So we're just gonna get chatty. So settle in with your favorite beverage and let's hang out for a little while. And if you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I will see you down in the comments. Let's get started. Okay, the vibes that I'm going for. If you saw my notebook challenge, I think I shared this in that notebook challenge, but now I can't remember. I had these that I had printed out. This is from the digital dash box from Planner Press, and I printed them on cardstock, which is how I always used to do my digital dash box things. And I realized after having printed this one on photo paper that I was missing the crispness of it. So look at the difference when I printed it on photo paper versus cardstock. I think it speaks for itself. So I was gonna try not to waste these. I might find another place to post them or something, but it came out so beautiful that I had to just reprint them all on photo paper. So I'm gonna be using lots of photos. I also have reprinted some inserts, and I have just, I mean, when I go to set up a brand new planner, I like to set up the pockets and the whole thing throughout to have a color scheme and a vibe. And so I have just spent the last week, like as I think of it, I usually will get a little bucket or some kind of little holder, and I'll go around and open drawers and look through ephemera and stickers and sticky notes and other things that I happen to have, papers or old things that I had previously printed out. And I find any of the ones that might be usable for this aesthetic. And I'm definitely going with those browns and orange, those kind of vibes to it. And so I just have it all laid out here, and I don't know which ones I will use, and we're just gonna do a process. So some of this stuff I will speed up and some of it we'll talk through, but I also have a big handful of clips and other things like that that I'll probably be using, and where possible I will try to link it for you down below. Like I said, both of these are from Notiq, which is a small business, and I just adore VJ who runs this company, started this company. She spoke at Go Wild this year, and she's just as lovely as you could imagine, and I was able to snag 2 of these. I have this and the rose pink Saffiano that I just recently got, and even this lavish one as well. These are all from the outlet, where supposedly have some kind of small imperfections, but I haven't seen anything. So if you're looking to save a little bit of money or maybe buy multiples, that could be a good option if they have the color that you want. So one of the first things that I'm gonna do, besides having done this pre-work, is I'm gonna open this up, and I'm just gonna go ahead and empty all the pockets. I think I'm probably still gonna use this 2024 one, but I probably won't be using the pink or any of these little cherry things, but I do try to go ahead and remove them from my planners. Oh, I might use that, because otherwise I put them on the shelf and I forgot where all this stuff is. So I don't want to lose these little clips. And since I had some home organizers come into my house earlier this year, I actually have a place to put these back in, which is nice. I might use that. So I will just empty this and kind of clean it out. And then I will put all of these things away where they belong later. Probably won't use that. But this way, it's got everything kind of pulled out of it. And then we're going to take the pieces of this planner that we're gonna reuse. Now, I did use the expander disc. So I did actually have one Happy Planner item in here, which is the expander discs. And I do have some note papers. but I'm going to be going into much smaller ones. So this is the 2-inch, this is like a 1.5, I think. And I think that will be a better size for me right now because this got to be very unwieldy having to open it every time. And I'm gonna reuse these covers. So these are from Cloth and Paper. All right, I'm gonna speed through this part. Okay, so I'm gonna take the front and back off, and I told you guys in my notebook challenge video that I did buy a second set of this. This is her glass plastic cover, and the plastic is really nice quality, but man, when it gets into those discs, it's hard to take out, so I'm afraid I'm gonna break it. But there's a lot of pieces of the planner that I'm gonna keep. For some reason, I guess because this isn't quite as thick, it comes out much easier. So this is just an inbox that I put sticky notes on for things that I want to remember. So I think I'm gonna start making a pile over here. I'm still going to use this Cloth and Paper vellum that just has the year, but I'm not gonna use this picture of me and Evie because it's very summery. Honestly, these glass plastic ones are dirty because I have not been cleaning them. So I wonder if I bought a new set of these for my plotting planner, and it's like, which one would I rather have, the dirtier ones? I think I'm gonna take these out and I'm gonna use these new ones for my main planner because I have a little bit of time before I'm gonna set up the other planner. So I'm gonna set that to the side. I am still going to use these yearly ones. Okay, so I'm gonna speed this up and I'm just gonna go through and take this one apart.
Not long ago you got hurt, someone did you wrong. I can see it in your eyes, it's like your fire is gone. Across your face, it is written across your face. If you wanna talk, I'm right here, not gonna leave your side. Just feel free to open up when the moment's right. Across your face, it is written across your face. If you wanna go out, we can go out. You can hide away just for one night. But if you wanna cry, just let it out. I'm by your side now.
Okay, so that is this one finished. So I will take those pieces of foam and I'll put those in here, and then I'll just have this on my shelf so it stays nice. She does include a dust bag when you purchase them. So that is really nice. So now what we're gonna do is I'm going to set up the pockets here, I think, first, and then we'll get into the inserts and other things. So a lot of times I will already have an idea or vision per se of what I want to do with the pockets. So you can see I had some of these sheets that I think were either from Sterling Ink or from, honestly, maybe Lauren Phelps Designs. And then I had some of these pieces that say something about fall and have sort of fall colors from Planner Society boxes in past years. I have some colorful sticky notes from Cloth and Paper, and I actually went ahead already and cut down some of the paper because sometimes it's nice to have just a little bit of that paper peeking through. And this is actually vellum, but it doesn't show up as well on the black. So that's why I have the white paper underneath it, just to give that base of color. I've got some linen stickers that have a similar color. I actually signed up over Black Friday last year to get the yearly subscription for Sticker Guru. And I can't remember if that was just this month, was this pumpkin patch one for September, but it's super, super cute. So I might stick some of these in here because they've definitely got the right colors. And then they usually will include some various stickers as well as a journaling card. And I feel like that journaling card might be perfect for this as well. So basically I just get all my little goodies together and I sort of fan them out and then start playing around with how I'm gonna put this together. And see, I have this out here, but I don't think that this color scheme is really gonna work. So sometimes I pull things that I might not use. Now I do like to always put a bow inside the pocket, so I'll probably use that. And I am, again, just gonna speed this up and leave this to music, and you can watch me go through and set this up.
Take your pain away, 'cause I hate seeing tears streaming down your face. I know you're strong, won't feel this way for long, no. If you wanna go out, we can go out. We can hide away just for one night. But if you wanna cry, just let it out. I'm by your side now. Just hold on a bit more, 'cause I know you only see the rain, not the rainbow. Deep down, I know you're strong. Give them hell, be the prove them wrong. Just hold on a bit more, 'cause I know you only see the rain, not the rainbow. I know you'll get up again.
Okay, I actually like this. I think this looks really good. So we're gonna keep on moving with the pockets as they are. I like that a lot. And then we're going to start working on the actual planner. And for this, I need all these sheets that I pulled out of the old one, plus all the new things that I printed out. Okay, I kind of have myself situated a little bit better, and the beginnings of putting discs on is always a little bit tricky, but I printed out a few new photos for the planner. So I've got a picture of me with the kids, and then I've got a picture of me with George. We'll be celebrating our 15th wedding anniversary this next quarter. Project 48 is a project I have to work on my life before my 48th birthday. And then I've got the digital Dashbox printables that are all right here that will kind of go throughout the planner. And I have the cover of the glass plastic, and then I'm using this Happy Planner back that won't be seen. It just gets kind of tucked in. So I'm going to go ahead and put these discs on. So often, really, what I think about when I'm working on my planners is just how can I make it something that matches my mood or what I'm trying to accomplish this quarter, or something that just feels really to match the season, that will make me happy, because the prettier it is, the happier it makes me, then the more I'll use it. And I know that not everybody's like that, because some people just prefer pure functionality. And that's what's great about the planner community in general, is we get to create it to our own preferences. So I've got cloth and paper, black metallic discs, and I'm just gonna go ahead and slip that into the back of this planner. And you could put, so I have more of these types of sheets, and so I could put some of these sort of back here if I wanted, but the truth is I don't really see those back sheets hardly ever, so I haven't really worried about it too much. But I'm trying to decide which way I want to build the planner. So I think I'll just build it from the front back. So this will be, I think, just gorgeous. So this photo paper will go on the back of, or will really go on the front. And then when you have the front here, it looks like it's, you know, a cover. And actually I'm kind of realizing that this one in particular, I'm gonna have to reprint this again. I'll still maybe use this later in the planner, but I'm realizing this front page should have been bigger. So I needed to print it at higher than 82% so that it takes up more of this front part. So just realizing that, unfortunately, but that is the first part. And a lot of times what I like to do on the back of that front page is to put some more sticky notes and other things that I will use on this front inbox page. And I happen to have these Erin Condren canvas stickers that I feel like kind of match the color scheme of what we're doing here. And I only put a handful of them. Of course, I'm gonna go ahead and do it, and then later I'll reprint and figure out where these are gonna go. But at least this way we'll have our plan in place. But I only grab maybe like 5 or 6 of each one, because otherwise the planner gets too bulky. But it gives me something easy to grab when I need to remember something. Like somebody will say, oh, don't forget that you need to turn this in by Friday, and something with the kids, you know, or whatever. And I'll be like, oh man, I did forget that. So I like to have a variety of sticky notes here in the front. So I will continue to set that up. Then the next pages are going to be this inbox, which I'm just going to take everything off of it so that it's clear. So it's just acetate where you can put kind of to-do list items on there. Then we've got the vellum sheet. And since I took out the photo of Evie that was here, I'm going to pick a different family photo. I think I'm gonna do the kids here. I should actually look and see if I have a picture of us from when we went to the pumpkin patch last year, because that would probably be more fall than this one that was just taken recently. So I have this insert that's just a 2024 insert. You guys can't necessarily see this, but I keep having to restart the video or pause it and come back to it because Evie needs me. She's homesick today. Actually, both kids are homesick today, and I feel like I might be coming down with something. So, y'all, it has been quite the week. So this first intro section is just kind of inbox and some like an overview of 2024. And then I've got some project sheets. So this is where I'm gonna put the first of the brand new glass plastic dividers, nice and clean. And behind that, I'm just gonna put this pumpkin girl. And then what we're gonna do next is my first inserts. So I like to keep these towards the front of the planner. This is something from Squared Plans on Etsy, and I just print out 1/4 at a time, but it's basically an hourly planner, and I use some stickers to keep track of my hours. So you'll see I have 2 planners in here, and one is my planning, the other one is to record or track what I actually did with my time. And this has been super helpful. And I don't use it religiously because every day just doesn't lend itself to taking the time to track everything. But when I do use it, it's really super helpful. So I'm gonna take the back of this girl one, and I've got a couple of pocket stickers, and I wanna see kind of which one seems like it's gonna be the best. I'm probably gonna use this one because this one I feel like is too small. So I'm gonna take this, which I have no idea where this came from, and just put it here because I like to use these small stickers to track my time. And every sticker has a different meaning. These are from Fish and Pig stickers. So I'm just gonna slide these in here so that they're right there where I need them. And that has been the key to keeping up with my planning, is making sure everything's where I need to use it. So if I, for example, kept these stickers on one of my desks, when I'm actually trying to track something and I'm at a different desk or I'm upstairs, the stickers aren't there. And so then I won't use them. But if they're right there in the planner, it's more helpful. So what I'm gonna do now, actually, even though I said this would be a process video, is I think it'll be faster, or will help me work through it a little bit better if I just go ahead and set this up as much as possible, and then I'll come back and walk you through what I ended up doing. So we're gonna head to the music and we're just gonna speed run all of this. So let's do it. Oh my gosh, I love it. It turned out so gorgeous, and I'm sorry I can't completely, well, I could, I guess, kind of get rid of all the lights, but then there won't be any light. But that might actually be better just so you can see how this looks. So I'm gonna leave the lights off for now and we'll see how that looks. How beautiful is this? I had mentioned before, I've been a member of the digital dash box from Planner Press since they first started in 2018. And it has gone through several iterations in terms of what is provided. And oh, that actually reminds me that I wanted to use this. So sometimes they would have these little, looks like a zipper pouch, and then you could create it and put some stickers inside, things like that. And I feel like for a while, all of those extras just became not as cohesive, and then the actual artwork wasn't as nice. But now for this past year, there's new artwork that is really, really beautiful, and it's a lot more cohesive, but I feel like there's still not the same level of ephemera and little die cuts and things like that that there were in the beginning, but it's probably a lot to manage. So for the price, I have stuck with it. So I will link as much as I can down below. I've got just a mix of things here. And then again, discs from Cloth and Paper, the actual planner from Notiq. I think this is Cloth and Paper. This is Ollie Clip. This came with my Notiq planner. And some of this I'm not going to remember where I got it. I did put a few little dangle charms in here from Charming Planner Store that I love, that are very fall. I'm so ready for fall. So let's do a quick flip through of the planner. I did end up taking a few things out, like this chunkier folder, just because with the smaller discs, it's not working as well. But you can definitely see that it closes quite nicely, and it would still close with the larger discs, but oh my goodness, I'm in love. I love it, love it, love it. So pretty. I love it. Okay, so I did, as you can see, print out a bigger version of this. It doesn't quite go to the edge, but it's nice. This is printed at 88% instead of 82%, which is what I take a letter size file and print it at 82% for Happy Planner. So I put some little sticky notes on the back, inbox, so that if someone says, oh, did you know about this? I can pull this off, write something on it, and it goes in the inbox. And then when it's done, I can clear it off. So I enjoy having that right at the front of the planner. Then I've got the year at a glance for 2024, picture of me and the kids. Another year at a glance, basically. My original intention for this was to put something like different colored stickies or transparent stickers for the different events, like every time I did a coffee chat, so that I could look back on it at the end of the year. And you can see I literally kept up with it on week 1 and not since, but I don't really actually probably even need this sheet, but we're gonna leave it in there. I do have these get it done sheets that I can put checklists on. I use these and then toss them after. I covered this up, but this is my overall 2024 to-do list that is rolling to-do list for all the legal and financial stuff I wanted to get done this year, and car maintenance, things like that. These are duo notes from Cloth and Paper. They're my favorite inserts that she does, and it's half blank and half grid paper. And I really love it. So I've got a few of those in there just for meeting notes or other things like that. Then we've got, I haven't printed out any kind of labels for these, but I probably will this time. I don't always do it because, like you could see, part of the reason the other ones were dirty is because I have replaced those labels over time. But I do enjoy having them there to remember which one is which. I kind of memorize it over time, but I might do it. If I decide to label this one, it'll be called Trackers. So I've got the Fish and Pig stickers and then the Squared Plans insert for the hourly. And you can see I just started with this week. So I'm recording this the week of the 9th, and I'll just start with this week. And I like to just take these little stickers, and each one has a different piece of my goal setting. So dark purple is my writing, red is YouTube, light purple is my admin and social media for Sarra Cannon, green is family stuff, this is meetings. So each one has a different meaning. I don't need those extras when it comes to my schedule, so that I can see at a glance. And that has been really helpful to have it. Then at the top is where I say like an estimate of how much I spent through the day. So if I put 5 stickers here for my writing, then up here I'll put another sticker and put that there were 5 of that color, so I can see that I spent 5 task blocks today, or 2.5 hours on my writing. And that has been really helpful. If you want to see kind of like a video of a week in my life tracking my time, let me know, because that might be helpful for some people. But tracking time doesn't work for everybody, so if that's not your thing, totally fine. But that goes all the way through the beginning of January. Then our second tab here, I did rearrange them a little bit because I just decided on a different use. So this is a cloth and paper insert from, I think, one of the subscription boxes. I have this task block tracker and I try to keep up with this throughout the quarter. This is inside the HB90 planner, by the way. Somebody asked about that. It's at the very back in the bonus pages of the HB90 planner. But you can basically use this to daily track your time if you want. But the way that I use this is I will put, for example, one of my main projects might be A Mirror of Shadows, which is the book that I'm writing in Q4. So I will estimate how many task blocks that's going to take me throughout the quarter. So the whole entire quarter, let's say it's going to be 100 task blocks. And so every time I track my time, let's say on a Monday, I had 5 task blocks working on that. I will come over here and track that I used 5. And that way I can see how well my estimate at the beginning of the quarter matched up with what I actually used. But this so far, I don't even have one to show you that's complete, because it has been a goal of mine for probably a year of quarters. And what always ends up happening is I have it partially filled out, but not completely. And this is the kind of thing where if you're trying to track your time over the entire quarter, it really needs to be done every day. So I've got some new plans on how I'm going to do that with some timers on my phone. So I will keep you updated if I end up sticking with it this quarter. If I don't stick it with it this quarter, I'm just not going to try it anymore. So this acetate sheet came from Simply Create Doodles. I think she hand makes these and you can choose what color you want them to be. So I have this little cloud one with my Project 48. I made this in Canva with images that do not belong to me. So shout out to Pinterest for that. And then I just have a new tab, and this is going to be basically my daily plans. So another Simply Create Doodles, a previous vision board of mine from last year. This little folder with the typewriter that also has a place to put affirmations or anything else is from Type A for Alexa. And then I just put stickers and side tabs and things like that in here. So I have this set of tabs that also has, you can see underneath, a sticker sheet that has labels on it. So I might actually look and see if any of those labels would match up with this so I don't have to print any out. But these are from back in the day, Planner Society, when that still existed. It may still exist, but they don't do their monthly box anymore. And I thought these would be pretty, because sometimes what happens is I just want another top tab to easily go to a page within. And so I've got that, as well as some other stickers. The bows are also from Planner Society. So then I have my monthly planner, daily, weekly planner. This is my HB90 planner. So it's different from any other planner I've ever seen in that basically how you use it. It's got a weekly review, and then you have a weekly overview, where in HB90 we set 3 goals. So you write all the tasks you want to get done this week for goal 1, goal 2, goal 3, so that it's not just in a planner. Because I found a lot of times when it's just on my weekly spread, it all runs together and I can't easily visually see exactly what goes with goal 1 and what goes with goal 2 and what projects are on the go and what deadlines I have. So I started using an overview sheet. This is back when I used a Hobonichi. And then so I got a chance to design my own planner. I put this in here. So this way I have a checklist basically where I can see, here's all the stuff I want to get done for my writing goal. Here's all the stuff I want to get done for YouTube and courses. Here's all the stuff I want to get done for my personal goal. Then we have important notes for the week, where I usually put my schedule, anything that's timed or meetings that I have to go to. Sometimes I'll leave encouraging little notes to myself over here. And then I have a time tracker again. So the ones you've seen before are for the whole quarter. This one is just for the whole week. So I use this to estimate how long are all these projects I said I was going to do going to take me. And then I compare that to how much time I actually have available. And this week, I talked about this on Instagram, and you'll see it again if you watch my weekly reset video coming up, that when I put all this together, I started to realize I had almost 100 task blocks worth of work to do, which is 50 hours. But we're going through a family emergency. Now the kids are sick. So I realized very quickly once I did this estimation project, that I was way over time. There was just no way it was going to get done. So I had to go through, and instead of deleting stuff, I just went through and highlighted the things that were most important, and then the things that aren't highlighted are the things that don't really have to get done this week. And so then tracking my time throughout the week by saying, okay, I have an estimate of 5 task blocks. So I highlight 5 blocks, and then every time I spend 30 minutes of time on social media, I'll put a 2, a 3, a 4, and a 5, and then I can see if I went over my estimate. Now, don't get scared if you're thinking of joining HB90, which is open for enrollment right now. Don't think that you have to do this time tracking. This is just for people that it resonates with, that enjoy doing it, that find it as a tool. But with any planning system tool, it's a tool, right? You either use it or you don't use it. It works for you or it doesn't. So for people that don't like the time tracking, there's a version of this called the notes version that just has a big notes.grid page, and you can do what you want with it. You could journal with it, you could write down your schedule, anything like that. But it just gives you kind of an idea of how the planner works, and then you have a place to come through and say, how did you do versus your estimate? And to me, this has been extremely valuable in trying to not put too much on my plate. Then, because I'm using the Happy Planner size this year instead of the A5 size, the happy thing for me is that I have a ton of sticker sheets and things that I have gotten from Simply Gilded, and just I have a huge sticker collection, and they fit perfectly in the HB90 planner when it's printed at 82%. So I get to use all my pretty stickers, and so this is where I put down what I intend to get done for the week and track how much time I think it's going to take me. And then here is where I say, okay, I'm going to take this goal and I'm going to put it on day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, etc. And then on the daily pages, which again, we've had a family emergency, so I just haven't been able to keep up with it, I will put what I'm actually going to do for the day. And that way I can stay flexible. I know an eagle eye view of everything I'm supposed to do, how long I have to spend on it. And then I have the weekly view of this is my intention for the week. But I always found with the planners that were just a weekly spread and not a weekly and a daily is that by day 2, I'm always off track again. And so then what do? Do I put arrows here? Do I try to white stuff out? What do I do? And so the way that I do it now is it gets transferred on my daily. So if I put it on day 1 and it doesn't get done, just like bullet journal style, I'll move it to day 2. There is also a weekly version of this planner. If you don't like daily pages, it just has this weekly, and then it has a dot grid page and the weekly review to help you see like how did the week go. So that is the main part of this planner. You can get this planner in digital form or printable form right now. I'm working on getting it as a printed version, so I don't know that that's going to happen by early 2025, but it is on my goal list for 2025, so keep an eye out for that. Also, if you want to learn how this style of planning works with 3 goals and breaking them down into tasks, I got you. Come join us. Q4 is about to start planning. We start on Sunday, so come join us if you want. The link will be down below. So the next section, this is where I reused that page from the front that didn't quite fit. Then I've got just a sheet here from Cloth and Paper that says projects, and then I switched out that picture of me and my best friend Kelly for this picture of George and myself. This again is from Simply Create Doodles, as is this, which is another little envelope kind of folder where I stuffed some stickers. And then another Get It Done sheet from Happy Planner that's a fold out. This is another previous digital dash box page. So this section is my projects section. And even though I do my quarterly actual planning for my goals in a digital planner, I actually like to have some idea of when my projects are due and that kind of thing in my planner. And so I've got some of these Cornell sheets that I printed out from an Etsy shop. I've got an overview of 2024, and what I had previously been working on, I don't know if I have it easily accessible, but I had previously been working on what my plans are going to be for 2024 and 2025. So I color coded my different series that I'm writing and made some plans. However, not all of this is going to get done. So I am redoing it, which is very typical of me. So 2024, obviously we're only going to have 3.5 months left. So I'm going to focus on what I can get done for that. Then I'm going to start planning out my ideal schedule for 2025. And then I've got some more notes just to keep track of it. Here is where I'm actually going to have this as a sample month, and I'm gonna plot out what my plans are in terms of my subscription, my YouTube channel, and everything else on one calendar to say like every Monday I'm gonna post this kind of post, every Tuesday this kind of post. So I have an overview calendar that I wanna be able to track. Then this is gonna become my September page, October page, November, and so on. And I will link where I got these from on Etsy, but you can just print out as many as you want. These are two different shops that I bought them from. This is just like a monthly overview that's undated. And then Cornell Notes sheet, which is again similar to that Duo Notes. So this goes all the way through next July, just as a planning tool. And I already know ahead of time that I'm probably not going to stick to it perfectly, but it's all good, right? So here's where I was going through all of my like mild liners and things like that and trying to match them up with a set of stickers that I have so that I could figure out which projects. So I've got my Project Phoenix timeline, Disappearance of Vanessa Shaw, The Witch's Key, Shadow Demon Saga, Eternal Sorrows, and A Mirror of Shadows. And so that's the color code that I'm using on those pages. And then I just have some Broken Chapter Society scheduling and notes here in the back. Then what I did was moved this last tab with this pretty scene here is the months of the year, because I realized that I really didn't want to have I prefer to have my main daily planner kind of in the middle of the planner so that when it's open, it's kind of even on both sides for me to write on. I can take the pages out obviously, but I just like it being more in the middle. So I moved those other pages to the back. So that is my overall setup. I like to keep this today clip in so that I can always see where I am. And I think having the smaller discs for this round is going to really serve me. I also will be resetting this as a spooky Halloween planner in this same black one with just switching out some of the orange things for something more spooky in the beginning of October. So if you want to see more planner setups, definitely let me know. I also have this little black poofy one that I might put in here since it matches so nicely. But I love setting up new planners, and it always not only motivates me to start using them again or to, you know, go back through and see what's working for me, what's not, but it also motivates me to look at my projects again and say, okay, these are the deadlines I have coming up. I better get to work. I better get them going, or, oh, I better take that off my plate. And I love planning, but not only do I want it to be something beautiful, I want it to be really functional for me. So this is mostly time tracking, project planning, daily, weekly, monthly planning in here. So let me know what you think. I have a sparkly black pin from Villa Beautiful that I'm gonna actually put in here. It's in the other room, so that'll go into the pin loop. And here's a final look at the beautiful Mask Croco planner, custom designed, the interior, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for hanging out. If you like this style video, come follow me here and subscribe, and please leave a like down below as well as a comment and let me know if you like switching up your planners and what planner you're currently in. Also, let me know if you're already thinking about what your 2025 planners are going to be. I've already started purchasing them, so I can't wait for the planner lineup coming up. And of course, if you want to learn a style of planning that has literally changed the lives of thousands of people, come join us in the HB90 Bootcamp. We start this Sunday, and this will be the last time I'm ever offering this particular version of the course. So this version of the course has been around for a few years, and I'm gonna update it for Q1, meaning December's round. So if you join now, you get access to both sets of videos. So if you're somebody who likes to hear things explained multiple different ways and you just kind of want the energy, then come join and you'll get access to both versions, and it's kind of like 2 for 1, lifetime access to all of it. So hopefully I will see you soon. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you hopefully on the kickoff call. If you're an alumni, you can always join us again for free. So I will see you there. All right, love you guys. Bye.